Hello, yes, welcome in. My name is Jay Axion, and we are back in Brotato today. We're playing some more nightmare runs, trying to get as many of these borders as we can. We've got a few going so far, but we need to get more. And we actually got some characters that we actually need to beat on Danger 5 as well, but we're going for those nightmare runs, so that's all we're going to do today. And you know what? Today I'm going to start a little easy today. I think I'm going to start with the Builder. The Builder is a fun little character, if I can find him, of course. Where are you? Builder. There you are. So the Builder. The Builder is one of those fun characters. It's a little bit easier on Nightmare. You know, for every 5 uncollected material, those are converted into 1 structure attack speed and 1 structure range. And the reason it does that is because you start with just the Builder's turn. Special turret only available to the Builder that gets stronger and stronger as you get more and more structure range. So as those materials get uncollected, we're gonna get better and better turret. So it's definitely one of those things where we got to balance the need of taking materials and leaving some for our turrets. So that's what we're going to do. Now, the other sides of this is engineering modifications are increased by 50%. You start with 20 harvesting, so at least we get some economy going, but we can't have structures, so we're not going to be able to get other turrets. So taking something like the wrench isn't going to do no good. Now, we also lose some pickup range, which, again, that's good because our materials are going to go to our turret, and our damage modifications are reduced by 75%. That's going to be the big one that we're going to have to get around, but I think we're going to be able to do it with the Builder. Now, the one thing about the turret is it scales off of our best ranged weapon. So you'll notice I do have a couple melee weapons, but it's pretty much all ranged. Now, because it scales off of our best ranged weapon, I'm gonna go, it also takes the attributes of the ranged weapon, so I'm actually going to take the slingshot with this, because the slingshot that I will have will also equal the slingshot the Builder will have, and I'm going to build my build a little bit differently, but let's get started. Of course, we're starting on Nightmare mode, as always, and you'll see kind of just how it works as we go on. But the build I'm talking about is the fact that normally I like to get all 6 weapons before I start buying other items, and I actually like to have 6 weapons. For this build, I'm only going to stick with 1 because I really want to get my my slingshot up to that red tier as soon as possible. But like always, I am going to try to just find some good statistics. Now, I started with luck there because we already have harvesting. Don't need any more. But let's go ahead and take a slingshot, combine it right away. And because our engineering modifications are increased by 50%, taking things like the book is going to be important. Now, our Builder's turn does scale with engineering damage, so we're going to need that engineering damage. But again, it also takes after the properties of whatever weapon we have. So it's going to take the properties of the slingshot, which means it's going to have bounce, pretty much. But I am going to take a book here. We'll take another slingshot, and let's lock in 1 more slingshot and another book, because again, we're going to want as much engineering as possible. And we'll go to wave 2. Now, normally, the way I like to play the Builder, I just like to sit around. We don't need to run around. You know, the materials we'll grab a few. We'll grab some harvesting to make up for the fact that we're not going to get as many materials, but all this material, that's for my turret. My turret is going to just consume all of that and just become more and more powerful as we go on. But I will grab a little bit because we do need to be able to buy 1 or 2 things, so just a few materials right off the bat. Let's take a little more harvesting. That would be nice. We'll take the slingshot, we'll take the book. Let's combine these away so I get a purple. And now we'll start taking another book. That means more engineering. We are losing luck with that, but I'm fine with that. And then we'll take another slingshot and let's keep going. So now, because it takes after the properties of my weapons, the bounce on the turret is a little better. Now it can bounce 3 times just like my slingshot can. And hopefully we see some good damage output. Now, as the material collects, this turret's going to shoot faster and faster. It's going to get stronger and stronger with the engineering, and we're going to have a good time. Now, the big thing is, I do want to get that range up. Now, the reason you don't see the materials coming in and collecting is because I have a setting on to reduce that. I was playing around with the settings. I got to turn it off one of these days. but we'll get to it. Let's get some more harvesting. Let's take, see if we can't get something else. Ooh, 9% speed. I don't really need speed, but I do want a little bit because I do need to collect some stuff. We'll take the slingshot. We'll take a book. Let's see. The ranged reinforced steel might not be that bad, so let's lock that in. And there's another slingshot. Let's get you combined just so I have it combined, and we'll go to wave 4. Again, for the most part, my turret's going to be doing all the damage. I mean, I'm doing 16, it's doing 23. So that's what we're going to focus on. Is that we're a builder. We build things. We don't attack. I want my turret to be doing all the attacking, and that's what it's going to do. Luckily, as more and more materials get in, it does level up. It has a secondary level up, so as I get more and more of that structure range, it increases in... Basically, it'll increase the number of projectiles it shoots. So right now, it's only shooting 1, but if I get more and more range, it'll be 2, then 3, so it'll be really nice. Plus, that structure range is going to be awesome. Alright, so this is the free tier 2. Let's see what we can take. Take more harvesting. Let's take a coupon. We'll take the reinforced steel. Let's lock in that armor. That armor is going to be important. And we'll just, again, sit around. And like I said, we'll take a little bit of materials just because we do need to be able to buy some items. So I do want some of that material. But for the most part, after a little bit, I'll just let my turret take as much as I can. Now, the one thing that I will say I'm not going to take is going to be the loot worm. Normally, I would take the loot worm. It's a great pet to have, but it's not a pet you want with the builder. You don't want the loot worm to go around collecting all that material that's going to go to your turret. Ooh, that's 4 engineering. We'll definitely take that engineering. Take the armor. Let's take the corrupted shard. There's another slingshot. So now we just need one more slingshot, and we basically have a turret with the tier 4 slingshot attached to it. Let's take that alien worm. No shackles. We don't really... Actually, we're going to lock in the shackles. I'm not going to need a whole bunch of speed, so if I might get some speed, but I'm thinking eventually we don't need much. So that shackles with the range, the engineering, and the HP regen is actually going to be pretty good. Let's go to wave 6. Just see how we do. So I mean, already off the bat, you can see he's attacking a little bit faster. Not a whole lot faster, but enough where he is doing a bit of damage. I mean, he is doing 31 damage, so that's not too bad. Yeah, for the most part, we will, after we get enough money, and we'll basically focus on health, armor, and engineering. That's pretty much it. We don't need range, we don't need attack speed, we don't need any of that stuff. It just needs a little bit of survivability, or I should say a little bit of damage, and a little bit of survivability, and that's pretty much all you need. So there we go. He tiered up. So now he's got +1 projectiles, which is going to be great. Let's take some more luck. We'll take a little crit. A little crit will be nice. Ooh, that lumberjack shirt's going to be awesome. I'm going to hold on to the shackles. I'm not going to take the Dock Moth. We're not going to be able to use that Dock Moth very much, so I'm going to leave it alone. There's my last slingshot. Let's get that red tier slingshot going. And now my builder's turret that has leveled up already, which is pretty cool. The turret does change as you level it up, which looks pretty cool. It now shoots 2 projectiles, and it's going to just keep leveling up faster and faster as we go along. We will take the toolbox, because the turret here is not affected by my attack speed. It's only affected by structure attack speed, so it's one thing to keep in mind. So taking things like the toolbox, it's perfectly legitimate take. And we're going to lock in that metal plate, because I definitely need it. Now, we do need to worry about damage percentage, because it does affect my turret, and I don't want my turret to lose too much damage. But yeah, on Nightmare mode, from what I've heard, the builder's not too hard. It's kind of why I wanted to start with it. I do want to get some of the borders, but I do want to get just a nice little I don't want to say a practice round in, but one that I'll feel good about, that I'll be able to easily just, you know, take it out. And, or I shouldn't say take it out, complete it real quickly. So we're just going to leave all this materials. I got 69. I probably could use a little more. I try to usually get up to about 100. A lot of the harvesting that we'll have will make up for that fact. Let's take a little armor. That's just survivability. More armor. Don't need either of those. We'll take another slingshot just to take a slingshot. Padding's probably not going to be too bad. It's not going to be super useful, but we'll still consider it. Ooh, there's some engineering. There's another slingshot, and you know what? We'll take that luck too, because more luck is not a bad thing. It does affect our items and our level ups. Then again, we're not going to get very many level ups anyways, so probably not super important to take. Now, would it be nice if we could find the nail? Because the nail will affect our own weapons. The fact that we have 50% increase on engineering modifications, it'll just be a nice to have. Seeing those hits is the exact reason why I took them. So yeah, we'll just, like I said, letting the turret for the most part. We'll get some materials, but for the most part, just gonna let the turret handle everything. It's not super great right now, but it will be. Once we get to like wave 13, 14, you'll start to see it really take in. Barricade is actually pretty good. We're gonna be standing still for the most part, so having that barricade is not gonna be bad. So let's take that. And then, you know what, let's start raising some damage. So let's take everything we locked in, including that padding. Ooh, leather vest is good. So is that harvesting. We definitely need that. Let's go to wave 9. And I don't... Oop, let's make sure we don't get hit by the environmental bullets. That would just be that'd just be a bad time. Fortunately, I'm curious how this is going to do with some of these enhanced. I don't know how hard it is going to be compared to normally kind of like what we deal with. I do want that tree though, so let's get that. That's why I got the lumberjack shirt, because it does take out those trees in one hit. Fortunately, we do need more damage. We don't have a great amount of damage. The slashers are kind of in our butt just a little bit, but engineering's not hard to come by. It's kind of like melee. It comes in pretty good increments. But yeah, all that material we'll just leave for the turret. Ooh, he got a little bigger. Ooh, that's more engineering. Happy there. Let's see. Let's grab some health. We do need some survivability. Again, leather armor, fertilizer. Not going to take the shackles just yet. The mouse actually would be pretty good to take. That lifesteal is going to help with the turret, because the turret's gonna hit a lot. It's going to get just attack faster and faster, because as the materials get sucked in, it does affect the structure attack speed. So that's one thing we're going to keep in mind. We will take the spyglass. Might as well take a free jelly. You never know. Might come in handy. Yeah, you can already see that structure is attacking much faster than it was like the first couple rounds. So we are we're in a pretty good spot so far. The fact that it's doing 45 damage per... it's only doing 2 shots right now, but the fact that it's bouncing 4 times is pretty good. Which is why the builder's a lot of fun. Because the fact that the turret takes the trait of whatever you're using for weapon, now that's a dangerous situation, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. That was a little dangerous. I still think the slingshots are going to be good. Now, we could try something. You know, normally I do take the slingshots, but I do like trying new stuff. I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to try an SMG. Or we could try the railgun. Because the railgun is an interesting take here. Because I'm wondering how that would work. I don't think... Because the railgun increases base damage every 5 seconds. I don't think that would affect my turret, though. let's try the SMG. I normally do the turret with the SMG. I'm curious, or I'm sorry, the turret with the slingshot. I'm curious how the SMG. So you'll notice, like I said, the turret takes the properties of whatever weapon you use. So now it's shooting as fast as the SMG, but also the damage of an SMG. But over time, I think we'll be pretty good. Take a little luck to start off the back. Just take that lumberjack shirt right off the bat. There's another SMG. Let's lock you in. Ooh, lock in the bag. That'll be nice. There's some trees, and crit actually won't be bad. Let's lock that in. Like I said, I'm not really looking for a ton of weapons. Just enough to get me to a tier 4 weapon right away. There's my first tree. And again, having that lumberjack shirt... I do have lumberjack shirt, yep. Having that lumberjack shirt will just help me take out those trees right away. Let's see, didn't grab very much materials. Luckily, we got that harvesting. There's free armor. Let's grab a little more harvesting, and I don't want range damage. I would rather have engineering if possible. All right, insanity in the tree. The corrupted shard's not bad. Again, gonna ban the loot worm because we don't want it. There's another SMG. And you know what? The fertilizer, because we're not using melee, is going to be good. Because again, we need as much harvesting as we can get. Now we got some trees out. Let's see if we can get some items. We did get one item. Let's stick around here. Just hopefully my turret can take it out. This is why I like the slingshot, though, is because there's a lot more, I don't want to say area of effect, but a lot more clearing power with it. Free snake. Why not? If we get some burning, that'll be nice. Take more harvesting. Alright, SMG, fertilizer, and the corrupted shard. Gonna skip over the attack speed because we have SMGs. I'm gonna take the sharp bullet. That should give our turret piercing as well. So now our turret has piercing. Let's lock in that other SMG. Ooh, coupon will be nice. Take that. Let's go to the waveform. So yeah, now that our turret has piercing, that's gonna be pretty nice. Let's pick up some of this material just to have it. Because again, we still need materials to level up. But we need to start building. We do need to start building engineering damage. There's a tree. Let's make sure the turret gets as much of that as possible. Alright, we got a free blue. If I can find engineering, that would be great. But I'll take some health. There's more harvesting. Alright, coupon with the SMG. So let's get up to a red. So now it's a little stronger. It's elemental. That's range damage. Let's see, range and elemental. Speed I don't need. There's another SMG. There's some damage and lifesteal. Ooh, that reduces engineering, though. I don't think I'm going to take that. I think I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to take that. I will take the book and another SMG. And you know what? Let's lock in that scared sausage. We do have the snake, and the scared sausages might help a little bit. But yeah, we need engineering damage. This is I'm not gonna lie, it's a little tough just seeing 1s and 2s on those armored enemies. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little scary as well. Alright, let's get down to this. That fly is coming after me. Yeah, that was a bad wave. That was a very bad wave. Let's find some engineering if possible. Take another SMG, we'll take the book. Take the whistle. Ooh, there's a purple SMG. So take that SMG. We'll be able to get our red right away. And there's another SMG, and we'll go to wave 6. How are we doing on... Actually, speed feels really good for some reason. Yeah, luckily all that engineering we took just increased my my turret's damage by a lot, which is definitely going to be needed. Let's get a little bit of this material, not too much, because I think we're pretty close with my turret. Yeah, the turret is pretty close to leveling up to having multiple shots, which will be just be a nice to have. Now let's try to get to 70 material. There we go. 70 material. Everything else. Ooh, I didn't even look for trees, did I? Well, I got one free tree. Free beanie. Why not? Ooh, that's a lot of health. I definitely need that. Alright, let's take that SMG so I can combine it. Another SMG. Keep that scared sausage locked in. And I don't think I'm going to take any of this. I could take the ranged, but like I said, I'm going to focus on making sure my builder's turret is keeping its damage up. And we will collect some of this. Let's see, wave 7. Let's try to get to 80 material. And then I think that will be enough. Alright, 60, 70, 80. Okay, we're good. I'm curious, the one thing I didn't think about was I don't think I've run the builder since they've introduced the gobbler. So that's going to be interesting. Not really, but it'll be interesting enough. Alright, hedgehog. I'll take a free hedgehog, why not? Let's take some crit. We'll take the bag. We'll take the scared sausage. Let's take some lifesteal. That range and attack speed. Actually, that's probably not needed. Oh, I did not want the baby gecko. Actually, the baby gecko is probably not bad. On the builder's turret, the baby gecko will allow me to take 25% of the material for myself, which means I don't have to run around. I can stay by my turret the entire time. So we'll definitely take that, and then we'll take the tree as well. Or I should say, lock in the tree. So now I don't really have to run around. I should, theoretically, 25% of the materials should be mine already. Now, we'll see how that is in practice, because right now that 25% is not proccing very often. So I guess I will pick up a little bit. Alright, now here's the problem. We got these leeches, which are going to be a huge problem. Luckily, we have a little bit of damage going for myself, which is one of the nice things about the SMGs. Again, if we can find that nail. The nail is definitely a very high quality item for us to take. I about died again. This is why sustainability is important. Ooh, a free barnacle. Definitely taking that. Cyberball, it's free. We might as well. Let's take the 5 engineering here. We'll definitely take that lure of the tree. Does this scale only percent structure attack speed and structured range stacks affect the turret? So the banner doesn't really do anything for me. So we'll roll it. Don't want the pickup range. I will take the lemonade though. Nothing here that I really want. The fish hook is actually pretty good. We'll take that. And we'll lock in the padding and the plant. And we'll go from there. So how are we doing damage-wise? 20 on my turret is not super bad. And it's shooting pretty quickly. What's its cooldown? Cooldown on my turret is 0.167, which is pretty good. Let's grab a little bit of this material just so we have enough to start buying a few things. There's another tree. Can we get it? Yep. And then I don't know if we're going to be able to get these looting pigs, or the loot aliens as I like to call them. Got that one. We're going to have to stay in the middle. I want that tree, but these slashers are worrying me a little bit. Here's my other looting pig. Hopefully he comes near. There we go. He came right next to me. to give me his lovely loot. Not bad. Ooh, a free pearl. I don't have the luck to be able to take it. Candy bag. I'm going to take it. Candy bag is not a bad item. It'll be interesting to see if we get any extra elites. We'll definitely take that luck. Ooh, the hunting trophy. That's not bad. Builder's turret does not scale with crit, though. I'm actually... I'm questioning whether I should... I'm probably not going to take it. I'm going to take the padding now. The honey... No. Damage modifications are reduced by 75%, so this does nothing for me. Again, we're basically just looking for engineering. We will take the propeller hat. Let's lock in that alloy. That's got a little bit of engineering and crit. Ooh, the sunken bell. We can lock you in. And that's about it. Let's go to wave 10. So hopefully if we get lucky, the candy bag will give us some extra engineering. Basically what I'm looking for. Fortunately, it won't give us structure attack speed, I don't believe. I think it only gives you the primary stats, it doesn't give you secondary. But we'll still try to get something out of it. Luckily our turret's doing a decent amount. It's actually got a really fast attack speed and doing a decent amount of damage. Not keeping me super alive, but alive enough. There's a tree. Let's just see if we can't get that. Definitely going to want to see if we can't find some sort of bouncy would be nice. Fortunately, I'm having to run away. Ooh, I about died. That would have been scary. No bone dice. I'm not a big fan of bone dice. Speed, no. Dodge, no. Engineering, yes. And more crit. Nothing. Wow, nothing is cursed yet. That's interesting. You know what? I'm just going to go to wave 11. Let's just see how we do here. This is going to be definitely an interesting wave. Don't know if we're going to be able to actually... We might be able to beat the elite. It'll depend on how focused he is on. Okay. Ooh, that was about death. That's definitely focusing on dodging. Yeah, I didn't see that guy coming. But yeah, that's it's still fun. I mean, having the turret there and doing the you know, working off the SMG, it's fun to see how the turret handles different guns. No, it wouldn't. I don't think it would take the property of the Ghost Scepter. But let's try the... You know what? I'm curious. I want to play the Javelin, and I'm actually going to do something real quickly. I'm going to turn off Optimize End of Waves, because that's preventing the materials from like showing getting sucked in and moved around. Oop, there's a free tree. Let's grab you. Just grab enough so that my turret at least gets a little bit. There we go, +3. That's not bad. Yeah, see, that's one thing we missed with that optimized End of Waves. You don't get to see how much, you don't get to see the level ups that it does. There's some luck. Weird Ghost would not be a bad take now, so I'll take that. Let's see. There's another Javelin. Let's combine you. Let's take the tree. I'm going to lock in that Gentle Alien, and I'm going to lock in that book, because I do want to get engineering damage. Now, the only downside is very slow attack speed right off out the bat. So we're going to have to be careful. But the nice thing is my turret does crit. So especially if I can get a cursed Javelin would be awesome. Probably not going to be able to get it, but we're going to try. Melee, no. I would rather have the harvesting and the luck. So there's another javelin. We'll take the book. Hold off on that gentle alien. There's another javelin. I'm not going to take the sharp bullet because we already get piercing. In fact, I'm going to ban it. And my builder's turret gets piercing from the javelin already, so we're good there. And will he... Okay, he does take him out. Yeah, I'm a little worried about range still, but I'm always worried about range. So let's try to get up to, let's see, wave 3. Probably don't need more than 50 material, if that. There's 49, there's 50. Let's get the rest in there. Ooh, we got 7. A little more harvesting. Alright, javelin, so we can get up to a purple now. We'll finally take that gentle alien and the corrupted shard. There's some engineering, there's some health, which would be nice. And again, not going to really focus on, not going to focus on melee or anything. I'm going to focus on engineering. I want my turret to do all the work. But again, we're going to have to be careful until we really get my turret's attack speed up. That leech is not doing me any favors, unfortunately. Yeah, didn't think it was going to. Ah, that sucks. All right, we're gonna just go back to slingshot. Had the best run so far with the slingshot, so we'll stick there. Oh, yeah, we'll let him take all that. And let's get me some harvesting. There's engineering. Let's take a ghost scepter, or not ghost scepter, I'm sorry. A slingshot, another slingshot, one more slingshot to get a purple. And we'll lock in one more. Ooh, we'll lock in that duct tape too, because it's got engineering and armor. We're going to lose health, but I'm fine with that. Pick up some of this material. Ooh, there's a tree. Let's make sure we get that. Just a little bit more. That's about enough. Don't think I need any more. My turret can take the rest. Alright, 2 free level ups. So let's take a little more harvesting. Let's grab a little engineering. Alright, how do I want to do this? Definitely going to take the the slingshot. We'll take the book. Don't need the duct tape just yet. Slingshot would be good, and... Ooh, nope, that'll be it. We'll just take the slingshot. And hopefully start to see some nice bit of damage from the sling. Ooh, even my slingshot's doing a fair bit of damage. Which is very nice. And with wave 3, we'll just get to... 37's fine. Leave the rest for my turret. Because again, that's the big balancing act is... Do we want the turret to take everything, or do we want to take enough? And I want my turret to take everything. Let's get some... Well, I didn't find engineering, so we'll take the luck. So let's take the slingshot. We'll take the duct tape. Ooh, ugly tooth will be nice. There's another slingshot, and we'll go to wave 4. So, not a whole lot of damage still, but it will get better as we get more and more engineering. And percent damage. Even though the damage from the percent damage is reduced by 75%, it still helps just a little bit. Yeah, we do need some sustainability, we need some health. Basically, whatever we can get. Get the tree. Ooh, he went up by 12. Very nice. Alright, that's a tier 2, so we'll get some engineering. Ooh, there's some health. Slingshot. Leave the broken tooth for now. We don't exactly need it just yet. We do need trees, though. Trees are never a bad thing. Now, if I can find the lighthouse, that would be amazing as well. Because we can't have any extra structures. We're only going to lose 1 engineering, because the builder's turret does count as a structure. But that's 20 engineering. Who doesn't love 20 engineering? Another tree, so we're going to grab you. And we got enough that we can just, we can save the rest of the materials for my tree. Or not my tree, my builder's turret. Hey, we got 1 extra shot. Tentacle. I'll take it, it's free. There's 4 engineering. Alright, let's finally get that ugly tooth. Rat. You know what? Rat's not a bad take. It'll do, it's just gonna run around and do damage. And then we're locking the mushroom and we'll lock in the campfire, because again, don't really care about speed. So the campfire will just, it'll just increase my HP regen. And it'll increase the light that we have during the fog. So you guys will be able to see more, I'll be able to see more, everybody will be happy. I know I will be, because I do enjoy actually being able to see the game. I'm also half tempted to take a loot worm just to get the trees, but nope, we're not going to do that. Not going to screw up my build. We don't want the loot worm to pick up the materials. We want the builder's turret to take all the materials that it can. Ooh, and it's gonna get a nice chunk of change here. Ooh, 28. It increased by 28. Stone skin, definitely gonna take that. Let's get a little more luck. See if we can't get some better skill ups. All right, let's take. Ooh, I can't take that yet. We'll leave the campfire locked in. I don't really want attack speed because that does not help my builder's turret, and I really don't care about my own attack speed right now. There we go. There's another slingshot. Triangle of power. That actually might not be bad. I'm not going to be taking too much damage. It's only going to be, let's see, what is that? 75% of this, so we're only going to get 5 damage, but that's still pretty good. Plus the 1 armor. That's not bad. I'll definitely take that, because that will affect my turret. Well, actually, no, it won't. Will it? Will it affect my turret? Spawns the structure, only percents the attack speed and structure range stats affect structures. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll have to check it out. It's a good experiment. All right, I do want to pick up some material. I don't think I have enough harvesting to really be able to buy a whole bunch. I think we have enough. Let's get that tree. Okay. All right, that should be enough materials. 83 on wave 7. Not great, but much. I got 45 harvesting, so it's not too bad. Ooh, there's another tree though. I do want to make sure I get these trees because free item is free item. I do love free items. All right, let's get more engineering. Oh, the lighthouse. Definitely taking that lighthouse. But first, let's get our red tier slingshot finally. Let's take our triangle of power. We're definitely going to be taking that lighthouse next because we 100% need it. Let's go to wave 8. That 20 HP is going, or not 20 HP, 20 engineering damage is going to be huge. Oh, I did not move fast enough because I was taking a drink of water. The only problem now is that when you do, combine all your slingshots away, you don't have very much killing power yourself. We'll take some of this material. That's not good. I don't like those lampreys. Yeah, this is what happens is you sit there and you have very... Oh, boy. Come on. There we go. Ooh, ouch. Took a hit. Alright, let's just get a little bit more... Oh. Okay. Ooh, I about died. I did not like that. We're gonna take some health. Oh, I can't get the lighthouse. Alright, let's take the campfire then. Not taking the cauldron. Coral, I will actually take that coral because I'm going to be standing still a lot, so that's actually not going to be super bad. grab some of this just to start off. So we do want a little bit. And I'm talking about materials. That tree should get taken out just by my turret alone, so don't need to worry about that. Yeah, as the later stages you go on, you really don't need to worry about the trees either, because your turret's going to be firing so fast, and there's going to be so many bounces that eventually you're just going to take out all the trees anyways. But yeah, some of these ones that are further out, we still need to kind of go after. It'd be nice to get a free item. So let's see, will that tree get taken? No, the tree will not get taken out, unfortunately. We did get a crit on it, so it should take it out. We did get a free item. Ah, we got another bullet with that. More engineering. All right, this is a free tier 3. So I'm actually thinking health right now. I think that's more important. All right, let's get that lighthouse. Let's get the coral. So now we got some HP regen when we stand still. And I think that's all we're going to take. I could take the celery tea, which actually might not hurt. I'm actually going to lock that in, because we're going to grab it on wave 11, so we won't have to worry about the horde wave, but we have 3 shots per shot with my turret. So we won't have to worry. I'm pretty sure we won't have to worry about the horde wave anyways. Yeah, it's not shooting super fast, but 3 shots at looks like 0.67. What am I at? Turret 0.6. Wow, I was close. About every half a second it's shooting. And it's doing 60-some damage every time. It's I don't think we're gonna have too many problems taking enemies out. Especially if I let the rest of this material just kind of like get consumed. There's going to be a lot of attack speed getting added over the next few waves. The walruses are going to be a problem. So let's just run away from them. Ooh, 52. Very nice. I'll take a free snake. Let's see. Luck's okay. 4 range damage, which would turn into 1, so we're not going to take that. I will take more health, though. Piggy bank. Piggy bank might not be that bad. There's another slingshot. So let's go ahead and do that. So now I have the options just to not take any items for a little bit. We just build up some money. I will take some of this materials just to get built up. I'm definitely going to need it. Hopefully I get more coal. Being able to stand around and just do nothing and let my turret just take everything out is, while I heal, is going to be super helpful. Then again, if enemies just kind of sit on or spawn on top of me, that's going to be a major problem. Alright, nope, we're just going to sit here for a second. Yeah, our turret's doing enough damage that I'm not really worried about even the cursed enemies. I say that as I go taking food. Alright, we're gonna let see how we do. Not bad. Luck potion. I don't want to lose my HP regen, so we're gonna recycle that. Alright, take the slingshot, we'll take the celery tea. I'm gonna lock in that slingshot and we'll go to wave 12. So this is gonna be interesting. I'm curious how this is going to go. I mean, it's bouncing, each shot bounces 4 times. Ooh, we do have... Oh, nope, we're gonna have some problems. Actually, nope, we're gonna have problems. We're gonna have a lot of problems. So, I'm gonna try to stay near my turret, but for the most part, nope, we're gonna have to... Ah, crap. Yep, that was bad. Ooh, Nightmare with the builder is a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. You know what? Let's see. I want to see what happens with the railgun. Does the railgun, or does the turret actually get all the properties of the railgun? Or will it, it looks like it does. But the question is it my properties or is it its own? So that's one thing we're going to test. Let's take some luck. Take some engineering. Take another railgun. Let's combine you. Let's lock in that duct tape and see if we can't get one more. Actually, we'll take the pencil. There's another railgun and there's some health. So yeah, one thing I'm going to test is, will the railgun... So we know that the turret does get the properties of the railgun, but does it actually lose the damage if I take damage, or does it keep it? So, okay, there we're at pink, so let's take damage. Okay, it does. So it follows the same logic that I follow. So if I take damage, it loses damage. So that's one thing we're going to have to keep in mind. Which means the railgun might not be that good. But we'll stick with it. Take some harvesting and some luck. We'll take the railgun. We'll take even more engineering. It's another railgun. Ooh, there's a free reroll. Let's go to wave 3. Now the question is, will I get enough attack speed to make this useful? Right off the bat, I'm going to say no. Ow. It also changes the formula for me, I think, a little bit. Do I need to actually tier up my weapons, or can I just get 6 railguns? That's an interesting question. I will take the attack speed. Take more engineer, or I should say more attack speed. Railgun, we'll take the bunny and the cake. We'll lock in 1 baby gecko. Like I said, I want 1, just that's 25% materials to me. And then I do like some luck, so we'll take some more luck. And I think that's all I'm going to take. Yeah, it may be better just to not even worry about combining my railguns. Might be better just to have multiple railguns just to help take out enemies. So I might do that at least at the start. Because yeah, once it can start shooting, or once the turret starts shooting multiple projectiles, we'll be in a better spot. Let's take more harvesting. Alright, baby gecko and the propeller. I'm not going to take speed. There's a blue railgun. We'll definitely take you. Sharp bullet we don't need because we'll get piercing. There's another railgun and there's some harvesting. Let's take that harvesting. Let's go to wave 5. And I'm hoping it's definitely gonna be interesting as the railgun tears up. Or I'm sorry, not tears up, or as the turret gets stronger and stronger. I'm really curious how this is going to go. The railgun has been such a unique addition to the game that it really changes up everything. Let's see if we can find a little bit more luck. Range. Do I want range? Not really. I will take that armor, though. Alright, railgun. Let's actually combine you for purple. So now our turret has 2 piercing, and it gains 5 damage every 5 seconds. We'll take another railgun. Let's take that harvesting. Another blue railgun. The bait might not be bad. And you know what? The small magazine might not be bad just for my own sake. And we'll take that. Let's go to wave 6. Feels super weird because usually by now I have a level 2 turret. They don't have that yet. Ooh, I took damage. That sucks. Alright, let's just run around. enemies will run by my turret. Okay. Let's get the trees then. Try to heal. Dodge you guys. Ooh, my turret's gonna make... I lost. Damn it. I want to try that again. I want to see what happens when you get... I want to see what happens with the railgun and the turret. Because I'm interested. I'm very interested to see how this goes. Alright, let's get at least enough for one level. And he can get 2. Alright, there's some engineering. But let's go for more harvesting. Take the bag. There's another railgun. There's another railgun. And that's all I'm going to do, and we'll go to wave 2. Yeah, think off the bat, just having 6 railguns is going to be better than trying to increase the tier of it right away. There's a tree. Let's see if we can't get that. Alright, didn't get a free item though. Ooh, he increased by 4. Take a little luck and some more harvesting. Alright, there's a railgun. There's some engineering. There's another railgun. And, ooh, a rat. We'll take a rat. And let's go to wave 3. Ooh. Right off the bat. So far, so good. Grab some of that material so at least I have something to buy with. There's another tree. Ooh, free item. And the rest is for the turret. Ooh, 11. Speed and engineering, absolutely. We'll take some attack speed for myself. Railgun, rat, and... nothing here. There's another railgun. There's engineering. Do we want to go dodge or armor? Probably going to go dodge. Let's try dodge this time. Because I can definitely get something like chameleon, which will help. And I can always find, if I find the barricade, that will give me the armor I need while I'm standing around. Because I have no incentive to move. Builder, we just like to sit and look. Look at our fine building that we built. Ooh, there's a tree. No item. Yeah, I definitely think having 5 or... there's another tree. Having all the railguns is better than only a few. There's some more engineering. Alright, railgun. Let's get the blue one in. Can't take that engineering now, though, so I kind of did it wrong. I'm not going to take the Gummy Berserker. I will take that fertilizer, though. Let's go to wave 5. So now we got a blue, so now our turret is taking after those blues. So we'll earn a little bit more damage as we continue to not take damage. Of course, we got to find that sweet spot with the environmental bullets. Let's grab you, and that'll be... I purposely took the damage because I did not want that Mohawk to live. There we go. Another Mohawk. Let's make sure you do not live. Let's grab a little bit more. 62. Yep, rest will be for my turret. Nice. And we got a level 2 turret, so that's going to be excellent. Let's take some harvesting. I was hoping for some health, but we'll take the fertilizer. There's another railgun. Don't really want the defective steroids. There's an ugly tooth. That won't be bad. Let's go to wave 6. So yeah, now it's shooting 2 bullets at the same time, so that's even more damage. So probably be... that's actually not going to be too bad for groups of enemies. It's going to be really good for... it's going to be really good for bulkier enemies. Make sure you stay hydrated, folks. Water is super important. Oh, I took damage. Where did I take damage from? It's probably one of those enemies. Those things just shoot off everywhere. Let's get that. Alright, I should have enough... well, actually, let's try to get up to 100. Oh, there's a tree. Not great, but not super bad. Take a little more, take a little dodge, take the railgun, the ugly tooth, and the gambling token finally. Oh, can't take anything else. That's fine. So let's let this materials get kind of wind up. Just take a little bit of the trees and a little bit of the materials for myself. Alright, so yeah, here comes the walrus and the shark. Those things got taken out pretty quickly. So we might be in a good spot. I'm not super optimistic right now. But yeah, the fact that the railgun increases damage over time, and the fact that I have 6 of them now is pretty nice. But yeah, we will go for a red railgun now, because I think that's just going to be needed. Because that'll just increase the amount of damage that my turret does. Alright, let's take 12 damage. That only goes down to 3, but that's still... Ooh, a cursed railgun. So, this is definitely going to be the railgun that feeds our turret, so that's going to be nice. Ooh, there's some HP regen. There's some more fertilizer. Lemonade won't be too bad, so we'll take that. Let's go to wave 8. Yeah, so our turret's going to be doing a lot of damage now. Yeah, pick up some of this material, just to get it. There's our rat, just going half. Oh, he took him out. That is one powerful rat, man. Takes out a anglerfish on his own. Alright, sharks go bye-bye. How about these, yeah, those guys go bye-bye. Let's go get the tree. Let's grab it. Ah, I took a hit. It's all good. There's another tree. Let's go make sure we grab that. And, 7... Should be able to... I should be fine out here. Yeah, we were fine. Ooh, he went up by 20. Let's see. I really need some help. I'm not gonna lie. But I'll take the armor. Ooh. Definitely gonna take the starfish. That's actually huge. And then I will take this. I'll take the scarf for the HP regen. Probably, well, it's actually probably not the best take, so I'm not going to take it, and we'll just go to wave 9. For that starfish, it's gonna enemy damage is going to increase, but I'm gonna get more materials, which means my turret's gonna level up faster. I'm gonna level up faster. It's just gonna be all around better. I'm just gonna have to be more careful. Kind of what. Enemies getting too close to me. Which also means I'm not going to be able to stand on top of my turret. Crap. I knew that was going to happen. Damn it. Railgun is definitely an interesting take. That's definitely an interesting take. I could try the Ghost Scepter, though. I don't think it takes after the properties of the Ghost Scepter, but let's try it. I'm just kind of messing around right now. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna get level ups, or not level ups, free health. I am interested. Ooh, I don't want to take all that material. I need some of it to go to my turret. And only got one. That's fine. Take some luck. Take another Ghost Scepter. Oh no, it does. So every time... Oh, wait, that actually might affect only the turret. But we're gonna see. Like I said, we're just experimenting a little bit. That's the fun part of Brotato, is just kind of seeing what changes, or seeing what the different weapons do in different scenarios. This is also one of those builds where I will immediately get to a red tier. Ooh, there's more health. Let's take the engineering. Alright, there's another Ghost Scepter. Another Ghost Scepter. So now we're up to a red tier. Lock in that plant. Lock in that Ghost Scepter. Lock in the book. Hopefully, some of that material. That rat is going to help a lot. You know what? It looks like the turret did, because I just got 2 health ups. So, this is going to be interesting. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be very interesting. Alright, Ghost Scepter. We'll take the book. Let's take that metal plate. That'll be important. Ooh, pumpkin. Pumpkin will be important if we can find some piercing. So, we'll take that. Rats are going to be amazing, though. If we can find 1 or 2 more rats, especially if we are going to be getting a lot of health from the Ghost Scepters. Problem is, can I get the tree, please? There we go. Okay. There's another tree. Let's see if we can't get that. You know what? My turret can have all of that material. I don't need much. I just need to be able to buy 1 or 2 Ghost Scepters. There's some luck. I'm going to take the metal plate, leave that stuff alone. And, dang, didn't get anything that I want. I wanted another Ghost Scepter, but I didn't get it. Or piercing. Ooh, that is not... Ooh. Well, I guess we didn't have to worry about empowered, armored guys at all. Okay, I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. We have to worry very, very much. Yeah, this wave is always... Wave 5 is always a very, very questionable wave. Because there's just some things you can't get around. Sorry, there was a bug in my face. But now he's shooting 2, so that's good. We do have a free tier 3, so I kind of want some engineering. There's another Ghost Scepter. We want that Ghost Scepter. And we want that pencil. So once I buy this Ghost Scepter, I'll be able to have a red Ghost Scepter, which will just be excellent for my turret. Let's just make sure we get enough materials to buy it. I think it was 20. And I really just want my turret to kill everything. Of course, it can't do that if it doesn't shoot super fast. Which is kind of scary, not gonna lie. But we are getting a lot of health already off the bat, which is awesome. Ooh, that's a lot of regen. Alright, there's my Ghost Scepter. So let's tier it up to tier 4. So now he gives me 1 HP for every 12 enemy kills he gets. That's going to be fantastic. And let's go to wave 7. So yeah, not only am I getting I'm getting health for every 12 kills, he's getting health, or he's giving me health for every 12 kills. Problem is he's not shooting fast enough to give me the kills that I need. But I'm gonna have a lot of health at the end of this. I'm gonna need speed though if I'm gonna do this run. Good God. I need something that'll scale off of health eventually. Let's see. What would scale off of health? I actually don't know. That's a good question. Attack speed, no. Ooh, 12% damage. Finally take that plant. Weird ghost, why not? Spicy sauce I'll take. Injection, sure, that's a little bit more damage. And I'm going to get that health back anyways. Let's go to wave 8. Yeah, now we're already in trouble. He's not shooting fast enough. At least not yet. He will, though. Over time. We can find some piercing, that'd be great. Ooh, those leeches are dangerous. Yep, we might be in trouble. And yep, we're dead. Damn, I'm not getting any good runs right now. But that's all on me. I'm trying some weird things. Which is fun though. I like trying weird things. Weird things is where it's at. Let's see. We could try Medgun. Medgun. Let's try Medgun. This might help us with survivability. Hey Cosmic, welcome in. How was your day? How was your first day of summer break? Hopefully you got to relax a little bit. We're just currently playing on the builder, Rah Rah Rasputin. God, that is a song I haven't heard in actually it hasn't been too long. Fun song though. I do enjoy it. Take some engineering right off the bat. Let's get a med gun in there. Will it matter to tier up? I don't think so, so we're gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna take the ugly tooth right away. And there's another med gun. Let's go to wave 2. It's been a few days. Just my graduation was yesterday, a week after school. Ah, okay. But yeah, there's something about the graduation, though, that, like, really finalizes the fact that you're in the summer break now. Which is fun. And again, congratulations on graduating. That's a huge accomplishment. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I was on summer break. There's more engineering. Ooh, take the whistle. And I think that's all. Ooh, the book and the gentle alien. But yeah, how's your kind of summer break been going so far? Then, you know, it's been like I said, it's been a few days. You've just been kind of like chilling out. Hopefully, you've been able to relax a little bit. Maybe get into the old college spirit. I mean, to be fair, it's hard to get into the college spirit when you've never actually experienced college. But I think you'll have fun. God knows I did. Slow, fine though. Yeah, that's usually how it is. Trying to find things to eat and yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where you're just trying to find things to do, find things to eat. Just do your own thing. We'll hold off on the gentle alien. Definitely taking that cake though. Yeah, I have been, food-wise, I've been scaling back a little bit. Definitely starting to really get back onto my diet. So, I have, ate a smallish dinner, and now I am actually bought some kimchi for a late-night snack if I'm getting hungry. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really looking forward to, because I love kimchi. Sucks having to find stuff to eat in Europe, though. That trip is going to suck food-wise. I don't know. Europe, I will say, when I went to Europe, I didn't have that too much problem finding food to eat. But then again, I was on a tour bus, and we stopped at gas stations that had some pretty neat snacks. I'm going to definitely take that harvesting, and I think I might need some luck. But we're not going to take luck, we're going to take health instead. Alright, finally getting that gentle alien, another med turret, locking that pumpkin just in case, and we'll go to wave 5. Hopefully I don't get sick or have issues. I'm going to die in that trip. No, I doubt you'll have sick. I mean, the food quality over in Europe is much better than it is here in America. So I think you'll be fine. IBS will hit hard. When I went to Europe, I was afraid of that as well. I was afraid I was going to get, have stomach issues, but it turned out to be the best 2 weeks of my life, stomach-wise. So like I said, I think you'll be fine. God, Wave 5 is just killing me on this character. I'm not able to get Wave 5 at all. I'm going to take a little speed. I'm just running around too much. Alright. Take another turret and the bag. Nothing there. Ooh, a red med turret, or medical gun. I definitely need that, and that compass will be nice as well. I mean, I went to Europe before, and my only issue was day one low. My chocolate melted, and I wasn't hungry. Yeah, that sucks. European chocolate is really good, too. But yeah, no, like, I was scared to go to Europe when I went, but yeah, once I got over there and I started eating the food, my stomach just settled. It was fine. And I was just like, damn, this is really good. And then you like actually get to sit down and appreciate the food, and you're just like, damn, this is really good food. Ooh. My turret is trying its best, but it is not having much luck. And I want that tree. All right, the turret got the tree for me. Let's grab at least some of this material. Oof. I was more afraid of having constipation on the flight. Well, it's better to have that than the other one. Not gonna lie. Let's take some health. Alright, let's get that med gun. We'll take the book for more damage. Roll one more time. Ooh, another med gun and the lumberjack shirt, which I need. God, don't let that plane crash. Nah, the likeliness of a plane crashing is like 1 in like a million or 10 million or something. It's like really stupid low. It's like, I think you have a better chance of winning the lottery than you do of being in a plane crash. Alright, how much materials do I got? 68. And to be fair, if you're going to Europe, then, I mean, well, the ocean's not the greatest place to crash into, but I think it's more survivable. But again, plane's probably not going to crash. I'll take a broken mouth. That's more health. There's more armor. Alright, compass and the med gun, the lumberjack shirt. Again, leaving that pumpkin in because I don't have any piercing yet. I'm gonna lock in all that. Even though I did take speed, I don't really need it. But I do want the campfire because that's HP regen. I need piercing very badly. But yeah, no, I was luckily my when I flew over there, I basically just passed out. Just like fall asleep on the flight, sleep over the flight, enjoy the flight. Can I actually survive? I need damage. I need damage badly. This is really sad. How low damage I am. Oof, that hurts. No, I can't really take range damage because I have 75% decrease in damage modifications. So let's take that med turret. We'll take the campfire. God, I'm not getting any money either. I'm just gonna have to hope my my builder's turret gets a ton of damage, gets a ton of attack speed right away too. Then again, I need to stay around my turret so that it can actually attack, because it's killing enemies, but not that well. Now let's dive for some more materials. Luckily, the med turrets are keeping me healed up. I keep saying the med turrets, the medical guns. Good God, I am sorry about that. No idea what my turret is going to get, but 45, it's not great. It's not horrible either. I need engineering. I need more, my med turret needs more damage. Finally gonna take that damage. The snail will be good. I'll take the I'll try to take the starfish again, and we'll just see what happens. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. shoot, what was I going to say? I cannot remember. Remember, it has to do with the book I'm reading called Meditation for Mortals. But, I've been told that's a really good book. I've started, it's like a four-week book, or a book you read over 4 weeks. And, has an interesting premise. At least the first day is. I've started the first day, and it's just like, hey, you know how you're, like, expecting the worst to happen? Well, the worst has already happened, so how bad is it gonna be? So, and it's been interesting. Also, I died. I died on the builder. I think it's gonna be one of those nights where I just, don't get a win. Which really sucks. Let's go back to the slingshot. I think I had the best run so far with the slingshot. But yeah, no, it's, I've been super worried about work and stuff, and then, you know, I read the first, chapter of this book, and, it was just like, yeah, why, you know, things are already bad. How are they gonna get any worse? And it's like, oh, that's actually not a bad take. And after I thought about that, like, all the stress was gone, and so I'm just like, oh, and, like, I had, like, the most productive day today again, because I wasn't stressing out. So, something to think about. And I can't wait. I gotta read more of it. So I actually got it with me. I can't wait to read more of it. Definitely gonna take that book. Find one more slingshot. I don't need the sharp bullet with this one. And can I get one more slingshot? Nope. Ooh, another book though. We'll take that. So it'll be interesting to see how things go as I continue to read this book and continue to kind of change up my mindset. It's definitely one of the interesting things as you get older, your viewpoints do change. Not entirely. To be fair, I still feel like I'm 18 sometimes, but you know, I definitely feel like there's some change happening. Let's combine those away. Let's get that book. Ooh, a lure would be nice. Gentle alien would be nice. No extra slingshot. But we do got a decent amount of bounces with our turret. So let's grab some of this material just to have it. Help me buy an item or two. There's a tree. And now the turret can take the rest. Actually, no. I'll take more. I didn't get more. Any more? Harvesting. More harvesting. We'll take the gentle alien. We'll take the... Oh, we can't take the lure yet. But we'll take the weird ghost. Oh, and there's another slingshot. One more roll for a rat. Absolutely. We gotta have the rats. And now I gotta be careful until I can get my health back. Which is not going to be very cool. But I get some of this juicy materials. Oh, that's the one guy I forgot that is on this level. Give me fruit. Okay, he's down. Okay. Yeah, that lamprey, or that leech, was definitely not a character I wanted to see. Alright, oh, there's a tree. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. Yep. Nope, couldn't get the tree. Damn, that sucks. Let's take some engineering if I can find it. Didn't, so we'll take harvesting. Alright, slingshot, pet. Finally take that lure, lock in that lemonade. Ooh, a coupon. Ooh, another slingshot. Getting up to that red tier. So yeah, now we got a rat, which will help us do some damage. Oop. Look out for those shots. Hopefully the bounces can take out some of these, Actually, no, my rat will go after the looting pigs. No, he won't. Oh, wave 5. Why do you always have to be so bad? Alright, let's run up here. Run away from the fly that is trying to hunt me down. Oh, God. Though, I swear to God, those flies have it out for me. That is not fun. More harvesting. Let's see if we can find... Yeah, I'll take a little more engineering. Alright, coupon... Slingshot, the lemonade. There's another slingshot, which will give me to my red tier. Ooh, a tardigrade is excellent. Cake is good. We'll go to red. We'll go to tier 6. And now we just sit back and let our turret do its thing. And go after the occasional tree. And grab the occasional material. Because we do need a little bit. We do need to be able to buy stuff. But Cosmic, how long are you going to be in Europe, if I can ask? Is that just like a summer vacation thing, or are you going to be there for like 6 months and then start school next semester? I'm curious. And where are you going? Is it just Germany, or... I think you told me, but I do not remember for the life of me. 21. It's not bad. Let's take some damage. Slingshot to get the tier 4 slingshot, finally. Tardigrade, the cake. There's another slingshot. There's some more health, which I need. And let's go to wave 7. And now, let's see. How is our turret doing? 27 damage. Not great, but not super bad. Can we get the tree? We got the tree. Can we get the walrus? That's the big question. I think the answer is no. I'm not even gonna... I hope I get the looting pig, but I highly doubt I will. Well, nope, rat locked on, so that's good. Let's get up to 100 material. Okay. Ooh, another tree. Come on. There we go. Didn't get another item, though. That was sad. Alright, not bad. The bat, I'll take the bat. Let's find some more engineering. I'll take a lucky charm. I lost a little bit of damage, but I'm fine with that. We'll take the slingshot, lock in the lifesteal and the health. Also gonna lock in that regen, and we'll just go to wave 8. Oh god, it's still bright out. Or not bright, it's still light out. It's always weird. I keep forgetting that it's summertime and that the sun doesn't go down until like 9. And I'm just like, oh, the sun's still out. I can still see. Alright, can we get this tree, please? Yay. Alright, here comes the leeches. Let's keep them by the turret so we can take them out right away. Oh, there's another tree. Tree, please. Give me something good. No. You gave me nothing. You disappointed me, Brotato. Ugh, another blob. Here come the leeches. Ooh, they got me good. Went up by 17. There's more engineering. Alright, take all of this. Ooh. I'm gonna lock in that goldfish. We'll take that next time. The cog for engineering. There's another slingshot. Fish hook. I do like me the fish hooks. Let's see. Wave 9. Probably still want to get up to 100. Okay. I guess that enhanced enemy is not wanting me to get anything. Alright, let's get a bit of this material. That should be enough. Still got a tardigrade at least. Yeah, that tardigrade is going to help out immensely. Assuming I can keep it. Alright, tree. I need a lumberjack shirt badly. All that material is going to go to my turret. Ooh, that's a juicy 57 increase. Eye surgery, no thank you. I guess I'll take the triceps for even more damage. Alright, take that. Let's take the goldfish. I'll take the bonk dog, and then let's, lock in that red. So we're basically wanting to curse this slingshot. Now that I got the fish hook, our main goal is going to be to curse this slingshot, and that's all we're going to do. And then I guess we'll lock in that stuff to grab it. So yeah, that cursed slingshot will only help my turret. I think I'll get an extra bounce with that, which will be very helpful. Let's make sure we get that. Alright, I do need some materials just to be able to buy some of the stuff. I need these trees. Ooh, 2 items. That's nice. Can't get a third though. Alright, let's get back towards the turret. Make sure he's taking everybody out. Oh, there's some leeches. Ouch. Let's run. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, come on. Oh, God. Dang, this is getting frustrating. This is getting really frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. We'll try something new, I guess. Let's try the Shredder. Don't know how well this is going to do. It's going to be interesting, though. Grab that. See if we can't get the tree. I doubt we will. We got it. Alright. See if we can't grab... Could grab harvesting, but I'll take the luck. There's another shredder. It does increase the chance to explode, so we definitely want more of those. Another shredder. Ooh, there's a pencil. Locking that rat, locking that lumberjack shirt, and that shredder. So again, I want that lumberjack shirt just to make sure we're taking care of those trees. Running around, holding a bottle in my hand. It's not easy. And I didn't see another tree, but that's fine. Again, one more harvesting. Take some health right off the bat. Alright. Lumberjack shirt and the shredder are probably the most important right now. Combine you. There's another shredder. And let's just go to wave 3. How much? I only have 28 harvesting, so I do need to collect some material. I do want that tree. There we go. Alright, let's get up to 40 material, I think is enough. And we'll let my turret have the rest. Aw, there's a alien. Hey, get it. More harvesting, please. Alright, another shredder. Take the rat. There's another shredder. The whistle is good. And that's all we're going to do. Wave 4. Definitely going to go for some HP regen this run, because we're not going to be shooting fast enough to use lifesteal. Alright, but we will get up to... I don't know. Probably 50 material. By the way, that leech is going to be hounding me for the entire rest of the run. There's another tree over there, but couldn't get it. Let's see. Let's take that engineering. We'll take the shredder. We'll take the whistle. Lock in the penguin. There's another rat. Ooh, a purple shredder, so that'll get us up to a red right away. And we'll take that cake. So yeah, that red will increase our chance to explode to, I think it's 90? Or no, 95%, I think it is. Oh, a gobbler. Let's let that gobbler eat a little bit. Alright, now let's focus the gobbler down. Assuming I can, which I don't think I'm going to be able to. Oh god, not with that guy chasing me. Or I'm just gonna die. Alright, well, Shredder was fun. New weapon, revolver. We'll see how the turret handles with the revolver. Take a little bit for myself. And let's start with some luck, I guess. Alright, another revolver. I think I want to combine them right away. Yeah, we definitely want to combine them. Another revolver, and ooh, a coupon, and another revolver. Let's go to wave 2. Yeah, because if I'm gonna get 200% damage increase with my engineering because of the revolver, which is just gonna be fantastic as we get more and more engineering. Plus, the fact that the attack speed is just gonna go up and up, oof, it's gonna be lovely. All right, takes that HP. All right, coupon with the revolver, locking that duct tape, locking that alien worm. And locking another revolver. Let's go immediately to a red. And we'll go from there. Oop. Saw that shot coming a little too late. Well, not too late. Still got it. Sorry, there's a gnat flying around. Got it. Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta wipe it off. Crawling around on my hand. Ooh, alien worm. Definitely take that. Let's take a little bit of engineering. Let's take even more engineering, because that's just gonna increase my damage by a whole lot. Or another revolver. Let's see. What do I want? I want the book. There's another revolver. I'll take that. Let's go to next wave. God, it's doing 42 damage already. Fortunately, it doesn't have any innate piercing, which sucks, but I can live with that. Grab you, and then the rest of it will be for my turret. Nice. Didn't level up just yet. Ooh, more harvesting. Alright. Revolver, engineering, alien worm. Leave the corrupted shard alone. Lock in that helmet, and we'll go to wave 5. Yeah, Mohawk's gotta go bye-bye. Alright, we'll take some curse. Why not? Tree. Grab a little bit more. Ooh, even more curse. Why not? Yeah, eventually, again, it's all depends on if you can get to the later waves, but ooh, the revolver with the fast attack speed and the ever lowering cooldown will be very nice. Alright, helmet we'll take. Not going to take the crystal. The crystal would be nice to take, but I'm going to hold off. I'm going to focus on my turret. There's another revolver, and I'll take the campfire. Again, don't care about the speed. Would rather have that HP regen. Ooh, another revolver, and the spicy sauce will be nice. And let's go to the next wave. Also, I am really close to getting the Tier 4, but I'm just going to fill out all my revolvers first. I think having 6 weapons is going to be good. Good in the long run. can we get the... I don't think we'll get the... Oh, we got the looting pig. Nice. Alright, well, wave 6, just get a little bit of this material. Save the rest for my turret. Assuming I can actually dodge. Not bad. Gummy Berserker... Sure. Take some more luck. Another revolver. We'll take that campfire. Leave that spicy sauce locked in. We need that health. And let's go to wave 7. Ooh, yeah, we're getting some nice damage. Nice clearing as well. This material, at least get something in the bank for me, and the rest can be for the turret. Ooh, that's a fair bit of material on the ground, chat. I am loving it. Ooh, and even more engineering. That means more damage from a turret. Alright, spicy sauce and the cake. There's another revolver. There's some more armor. There's another pencil. That's even more engineering. So now our turret's doing 52 damage every shot. It's only going to get better and better. I'm loving the range I have as well. Grab this material, have something in the bank for me. Again, I gotta eat too. Which means, here comes the leeches. Ooh, they got taken out pretty quickly. We had a fair bit of damage going, not gonna lie. It's a pretty good run going so far. But I've said that on every single run I've had, and they've all gone bad. This might be the one though. Not level up yet, but we will take that revolver. Let's take the head. Let's take the pencil. There's another revolver. The pumpkin might be good. I guess we'll take another gummy berserker, and we'll go to wave 9. That's not going to do anything. It's getting to the point where my turret is pretty much taking out everybody before they can get to me. It'll be interesting if we have... Do we have a horde wave? We have one horde wave. We got to get through an elite first. Alright, there's a tree. The question will be... Alright, we did get the looting pig. Another tree. Let's make sure we get that. Ooh, 2 items. Can we get this other looting pig? We did. So now we got 3 free items. God, I love free items. Nothing beats just a free item just sitting on the block. Just waiting to be picked up. Finally got a tier 3 turret. Alright, we'll take the alien baby. We'll take the acid. We'll take the duct tape. Take even more armor. Alright, the revolver. So now we can get a tier red. So now our turret our turret does 200 plus engineering. Which is awesome. Definitely taking that baby squid. And let's go to wave 10. So now our turret is just going to destroy everything. And let's just make sure we get, like I said, some materials just for us. And the rest, well, actually, I still need more. There we go. About 100, maybe 120. There we go. Leave the rest for the turret. Ooh, and my turret's cooldown is so fast right now. So it is shooting super quick. revolver is definitely a great weapon for the turret. See how we do against the walruses. They all went down pretty quickly. Not angry about that. Ooh, padding. Alright, let's take even more engineering and take a little more armor. Sad tomato. Sad tomato might not be bad here. I don't have a lot of HP, but that's or I should say a lot of HP regen, but I should be getting more. Don't need the pumpkin yet. We don't have piercing. Campfire's good. Statue would be not bad, so we'll take that. And ooh, compass is good, and we'll go to wave 10. Question is, do I run after some of this materials? Yeah, we will. We'll get some. Luckily, my turret is just wiping the floor with everything. And it still has one more level to go. Yeah, it still has not reached its final form. Alright, do I have enough materials? I do. So now we just let the turret do the work. We'll take a little bit more. Because yeah, you get to a point with the builder where you just want to just let your turret take everything. There's no point in you doing anything. Just, you don't need to buy any items. Your turret is doing everything. Duct tape will take. I don't need the harvesting. Engineering. Yeah, the compass, the statue. Well, we don't really need the statue. There's another campfire. We'll just go to wave 12 then. And let's see how we do against this elite. Unfortunately, I do have to dodge a little bit. But oh god, my turret is doing so much damage. Well, we got a free red item, so that's nice. Hopefully it's something good. Oh god, bullets on the turret are doing 105, 112 damage. And it's shooting so fast. Yeah, there's a tree. Yeah, revolver was... Definitely should have started with the revolver. I thought the slingshot would have been better, but no, the revolver is definitely wiping the enemies out. Let's see, diploma. Oh my god, that is awesome. That's 10 engineering. Alright, finally taking the statue and the campfire. We'll take the banner. No, let's not. I don't want to lose the knockback. That's 5 knockback is pretty good. Basically, you just need to... Yeah, didn't realize we're going to have those, Fortunately, the blowfish are going to be a problem. I should be able to deal with it. Just get what we can. Luckily, yeah, the range on my structure is... Or my the range on this guy is to the point where he's reaching the edge of the map. And I'm not too worried about taking hits. Like I said, those blowfish are going to be a problem. But for the most part, I'm pretty well safe, assuming I can stay away from any bullets. Alright, that should be enough materials. Let's just, like I said, now we're just going to dodge bullets. Wow, he clears the board, clears the map for me. There's a bullet. Ooh, finally, yeah, that's our last tier. So he's fully maxed out. Take some HP. 1 engineering for every elemental damage I have. I only have 1 elemental damage, so I'm not going to take it. We'll finally take that pumpkin. I'm going to take the compass. We'll lock in the revolver. I don't have any reason to take the fresh meat, so we won't touch that. And, yeah, go to wave 14. Oh my god, look how fast he's shooting. Chat, I must say, I think we've won this, assuming we don't take any random damage. Question is, do I want to... I do want to collect material. I still want to buy a few items. Plus, I need materials to level up. So, try to get as much of it as possible. And we also don't have to worry about trees anymore. Because he can pretty much reach them. Ow. Took some damage there. Should quickly get the material, or not the material, the health back. Good God, he's doing 140, 151 damage. Trees are a little out of range still, I guess. Guess we can't get all the trees. Ooh, I put myself in a dangerous spot. It's all good. Metal. Well, we don't have any crit, so that's only a positive. More armor's not bad. Ooh, lumberjack shirt. A little late for the lumberjack shirt, but I'll still take it. Alright, revolver. Let's lock in that metal. And let's see how we do against the horde wave that will not be a horde wave. Because I highly doubt a horde will even be able to build up. Yeah, by this time we... no, here they come. Here they come, and there they go. Yeah, this is, like I said, if you can get to wave 14, 15 with the builder, it should be a pretty well run one, or run one. Run. Good God, I cannot speak right now. Little dangerous still, I guess. There's still more enemies than my, oh yeah, the fact that we don't have piercing is going to be a problem, and I might be dead now. Yep, we're dead. That's disappointing. That is very disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, that is really, really disappointing. Damn, that was a fun run, too. Damn. Well, I guess we'll try one more, because I think I got time for one more. And you know what? We haven't done shotgun, so let's try shotgun. Shotgun will be interesting. I mean, it always is. Shotgun runs are fun. There's a tree. We get it. We did get it. Ooh, and we got a free item. Feather. I'll take a free feather. Can I get some... Nope, didn't get any more harvesting. So there's another shotgun. Another shotgun. Let's lock in another shotgun. Ooh, lock in that lumberjack shirt. Let's combine these so at least we get better scaling and we get more damage. And then we'll go to wave 2. Yeah, assuming, again, we get to those later waves, should have, I mean, if we can get the shotgun to be better, it'll be much, much better. I'm curious, I can't remember if no, the projectile increase is just +1 projectile, so it's not going to be too much difference. In terms of, like, how many projectiles it's going to add. Take some more luck. Alright, shotgun and the lumberjack shirt, and there's some engineering. The whistle's good, and nothing else, so we'll go to wave 3. I could also try the... Well, no, the icicle would count as a ranged weapon. That might be something to try if I lose again. If I lose quick enough. If I don't have enough time for another run, then I won't do another run, but... I do like trying different weapons. Again, that's the fun of Brotato. A little more. The rest goes to the turret. Let's see. There's some harvesting. One more roll. Damn, didn't get anything. I'll do one more. I guess I'll just take HP. Alright, do that. We'll leave the whistle. Ooh, there's the shotgun. There's a cog. Oh, we'll take a lemonade. Just in case. We still have about 17 more 17 more range that we need to get before we level up our turret. Again, kind of taking the approach of not combining my weapons away just yet, so that I have a little bit more damage myself. Let's see, take that engineering. Alright, shotgun with the engineering. We'll take the decomposing flesh. I think that'll be pretty good. Let's go to wave 5. Lifesteal will be pretty good with the shotgun. I'm not gonna lie. Mohawk guy's gotta go. Yeah, with the extra piercing we get from the shotguns, probably shouldn't have too much more difficulty, assuming a fly does not get me again. That dude's healing too much. Yeah, that's a problem. Dude was healing way too much, but we got our extra projectile. Takes a little bit more engineering. Alright, take the decomposing flesh, the whistle. Let's lock in that pencil. Not gonna take the campfire this time. Ooh, a blue shotgun. Ooh, and harvesting. Let's go to wave 6. So yeah, it looks like the, fortunately the turret only just added 1 projectile. We didn't get, like, an extra shotgun worth of projectiles. Would have been nice, but I will take what I can get. Okay, this is getting a little dicey. Down. Not trying to collect all this materials, but I'm not. I need to survive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, last second Looney Pig did nothing for me, unfortunately. Take that luck. Alright, shotgun, fertilizer, lemonade. Can't get the pencil. There's another book, though. And we'll go to wave 7. Hopefully we can get some decent damage items. Definitely take the reinforced steel, if possible. Might need to tear up my shotgun to get a purple tier shotgun. Do I go for, yeah, let's dive for, let's see if we can't get a level up. There we go. And the rest can go to my turret. Let's see, not attack speed, engineering. Ooh, the nuke launcher is definitely going to be interesting. I'm going to take that. We're going to see how that does. I will tier that up just for now. Take one that will take you. Lock in another. I'm curious how the nuke launcher is going to work. We're definitely going to take the nuke launcher because that might be interesting. But I need to save up a lot of money. Which also means I'm not going to be able to really buy anything the next couple waves. My poor turret is not going to get much in terms of materials as well. Or I'm just going to die. Okay, I do have time for one more. We'll do one more SMG run try. This was interesting. and I am curious to see if I can make it work. Alright, let's see. Start with some luck. Another SMG, which I'm going to tear up right away. We'll take one pencil. Another SMG. We'll grab that book. Another SMG. And another pencil. We'll lock that in, and we'll go to wave 2. So yeah, I want to tear up my SMGs right away, just because I want the damage scaling to be a lot better. And the SMG damage scaling gets better as you tear them up. So, gonna have to find some SMGs right away. Let's get that money. Not gonna leave much for my turret, but that's fine. There's some engineering. Some HP. Alright, SMG. So we get a purple now. Alright, we'll take the book and the... Ooh, we can take both. There's a whistle. That's nice. Do love me a good whistle. And let's go to wave 3. Yeah, with the amount of... Again, I'm going to need piercing, though. If I can't find piercing, this run's not going to do well. Let's get the tree. The other tree. Let's collect this bit and leave the rest from... Well, a little bit more. Leave the rest from my turn. Oh, there's a loot alien. I'm not going to be able to get it. Yeah, couldn't get it. Let's see. Take a little bit more luck. Take the pencil, we'll take the whistle. Nothing here. Oh, there's my piercing. Ooh, and the baby gecko. So we're definitely going to take that. Sorry, give me 1 second. Someone decided to call my phone, and I used my phone for my chat. There we go. Wave 4. Let's make sure we get all this juicy material so I can actually buy something. And Mohawk guy can say bye-bye. Alright, make sure I got enough materials to buy the piercing. Alright. Let's see. What do I want? Health. I'll take... Actually, no. I want engineering. Because I want the sharp bullet. I want all of this. Let's take the baby gecko. We'll leave the SMG. Ah, I didn't lock in that SMG. Damn it. Alright, but we'll take the lifesteal. Just right off the bat. Damn, that makes me angry. I didn't take the lifesteal. Yeah, now that we have piercing, I'm feeling a whole lot better. But if we can find a little bit more piercing, I'd be happy. But I will take what I can get. I mean, the fact that we got one is good. 2 would be better, but I will definitely take one. Now, you had to power, didn't you? Oh, a second one? Really? Luckily, we're still pretty quick. They still hit like a truck, though. Let's get some more engineering. Let's get that SMG, get the lumberjack shirt. There's another SMG. Let's go to wave 6. A little bit of this material. The baby gecko is going to suck up a decent amount for me, but not enough. Again, that 25% isn't really 25%, in my opinion. Stay away from those bullets. I'm so glad the loot alien appeared with only 4 seconds left. Makes it so much better. Alright, take some health. Alright, finally get the SMG. Ooh, that armor will be good. Oh, fertilizer. Absolutely need that. Let's go to wave 7. So now we got 2 bullets, so at least we're doing more damage. Which is 100% needed. That'll just help with my killing power. Ooh, walrus. Went down quick enough. 80 is not quite enough yet. Did I take, I did. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna leave all that material for my turret, because I want him to level up much faster. Ooh, free rat. Definitely gonna take that. Let's see. Armor. Take a little bit of armor. That'll help. Duct tape. Hold on to Catling gun. Not gonna take it right away. I guess we tier up to the red now. So now we have the 80% scaling, so we're doing 24 damage for each shot. Ooh, another SMG. I'm gonna need that. And the bowler's hat, actually not a bad take. So I'm going to take the bowler's hat if I can get it. Yeah, that bowler's hat, I don't really need the attack speed, and the crit is nice, but that doesn't help my turret, which is going to be doing most of the work for me. So we're just gonna sacrifice my crit and my attack speed. That got me. Ooh, there's a tree. Look at that fruit. Ooh, something sniped me. Oh, having that piercing is so much nicer. Oh yeah, I'm so glad we got the piercing. This is... Nope. Stay away. Ooh, those leeches. Scary. Alright, free lemonade. I want more damage. So I'm going to take the bowler's hat. I'm going to leave those locked in, because I do want another SMG, and I do want those as well. So, that's an easy take. No, let's not let the eggs hatch. That's going to be a problem. I mean, we have decent damage, but I just don't want to deal with it. I have enough to deal with the narwhals and all these other creatures coming after me. I mean, we're doing pretty good clearing. Don't have much sustain, though. That's what worries me. Get the tree. Got the... man. Oh, the brainy squid. Not a fun character, I'll tell you what. What is it? It's 9:10. I guess I can try one more time. And you know what? We'll just do something stupid. We'll do the laser gun. Just to see how it is. Because I've never done the laser gun with the builder. It'll be, it'll just be an interesting one. Okay. Let's start, see if we can't get, well, I was going to go for harvesting, but I'll take what I can get. Laser gun. So if I combine these, what does that do? It does increase the scaling. Don't need the rat just yet. There's another laser gun. Another laser gun. Ooh, there's engineering. Let's go to wave 4. So yeah, for every one engineering we get, we're going to get 4.5 damage. So I'm probably with the speed that we're shooting, probably just going to focus on getting 6 laser guns, and that's about it. Because my laser guns are going to be doing, or my turret's going to do a ton of damage. Ooh, there's some harvesting. Axe speed might not be bad, but I would rather have some harvesting right now. I didn't get it. One more. Okay, well, I guess we'll just take health. Laser gun, take the engineering. There's another laser gun. And there's some engineering. Let's go to wave 3. Yeah, the hope is that as I increase my turret's level, it just gets to the point where it's basically a chain gun. Chain guns do a ton of damage, and they shoot a lot fast. They have a lot of bullets that they shoot out. It's just gonna be fun all around. Let's take the. You know what? I will take the attack speed. Ooh, no, scope doesn't do much for me. So laser gun with the duct tape. Yeah, leave the monkey alone. We'll take the pencil, lock in that book, and lock in that plant, because I'm not going to be able to use lifesteal with this. Let's go to wave 4. Ah, something's in my eye. Yeah, I'm really not going to need to buy much. At least not right off the bat. I don't need to worry about piercing now. Got 2 free items. Yeah, don't really need much. I got 2 free items on the ground, so that should help me out. Then again, if I get the boiling water, that's not going to help me at all. Metal detector will, though, so we'll take that. Ooh, there's more harvesting. Alright, laser gun. We should be able to take all of that. There's more engineering. There's another laser gun. And that's all I'm going to take. Let's just go to wave 5. Alright, let's find our safe spot. Which, luckily, turret is a safe spot. Yeah, there's always a safe spot with these environmental bullets, so... Or these levels, or not levels, the waves that you have to deal with the environmental bullets. So it's good to find it. Then again, if you run face first in the bullet, the safe spot doesn't help you. Alright, the rest of the material, I got 69, so the rest will be, actually, go to 70. And the rest will be for my turret. So hopefully, yeah, it leveled up. Ooh, 4 engineering, that's very nice. We'll take the laser gun, we'll take the duct tape. I'm going to lock in the pearl, because if I get a little more luck, that will actually not do much for increasing my damage. So no, we'll not take it. We'll leave it alone. Another laser gun, lock in that duct tape. Ooh, another laser gun, and the reinforced steel, which is one that I really wanted. So we'll take that as well. Go to wave 6. Got a lot of material sitting on the ground. Let's pick some of this up. Just gotta watch out for those, unfortunately, those pufferfish. Let's get a little bit more so I can buy a few things. Don't have a ton of harvesting. Oh, there's a tree. Get the tree. I got the tree. Good. I wanted that tree, and I got it. Black belt does nothing for me, so we will... I'm actually going to ban it. Don't want it. The 25x XP up would be good. Don't want any of the other stuff. Damn, didn't really get anything. Let's take the harvesting. Take the laser gun, then the reinforced steel. The pencil. There's a book. We'll take the gummy berserker. And, yep, we'll just go to the next wave. hopefully... Don't know how much material I'm going to pick up. Well, there's going to be a decent amount, but... I'm not going to need much. Wow, those walruses got taken out pretty quickly. And the shark. Alright, 40. Let's make sure we get that tree at least. Did not get an item. Alright, where is that? Go for that tree. At least we got a couple free items now. Get that tree. And I'm using my click to aim. That's why you're seeing the cursor on the screen. That just helps me aim a little better. Alright, let's hope for... You know what? I'll take a free snowball. It does nothing for me, but it gets out of the loot pool. Boxing glove does absolutely nothing, so we'll ban it. Ooh, do I want the armor, or do I need the health? Unfortunately, I need the health. Let's take the engineering. We'll take the gummy berserker. Baby squid's gonna be needed. The cog's gonna be needed. And the lumberjack shirt isn't really needed. So, I'm not gonna take it. We'll just go to wave 8. Save that, save the extra rolls. Turret is not a safe space this time. Just to the left of it is. Can I shoot to the tree? Nope, a little too far away. So just to the left, we will pick up some of this material. Alright, how do we do against these lamprey? Ooh, those guys went down. Ooh, he still sniped me. Well, he didn't snipe me. I ran into the portal again. So, damage is definitely lacking right now. At least on my end. The turret's doing pretty good. It's just lacking attack speed, which we're gonna hopefully start to pick that up a little more. Ooh, more luck. That's nice. More engineering. Okay, I want all of this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the baby squid, because I'm going to get the most use out of that right away. Take the laser gun just to get the laser gun. In fact, I'm going to combine for... I think I'm going to combine for red now. Just because I want my turret to... Oh my god, my turret is now doing 298 damage. Keep those locked in. Gonna ban the lumberjack shirt, because we don't need that anymore. Peacock might be fun to take. Let's lock that in. And let's go to the next wave. Basically, nothing is going to survive a hit from the turret. And how much piercing do we get? We only get 1 piercing still. But it's enough. Actually, this is not enough. Okay, so we're gonna just have to run around and survive. Which shouldn't be too much. Okay, nope, that is definitely gonna be a problem. Make sure I pick up some stuff. Oh, crap. Bullet's gonna run. Okay. No, we'll just let. Ooh, that's. Yep. Nope, that sucked. That sucked. Definitely didn't have enough attack speed. Damn. Oh well. Well, that's an unfortunate place where I do unfortunately have to end. It is the end of the night for me. I don't have time to do another run. But it was good. It was a good attempt. Another failed night, unfortunately. Last night we failed on the gangster. Tonight I can't believe I failed on the builder. The builder's supposed to be one of the more easy characters. But it is a failed night. And that is unfortunate, but it is what it is. You don't win them all. But I appreciate you guys coming by. Cosmic, it was good seeing you again. You know, as always, it's one of those things that, you know, you win some, you lose some. So let's see. I think I'm gonna send you guys off to to Daybreak. He's playing some Brotato, and you know, he's a fun guy. He definitely knows what he's doing. So if you definitely love to watch Brotato, he's definitely another good guy to watch. So yeah, I will hopefully talk to you guys later.